Genya from Demon Slayer Season 3. I'm on a landscape page. Use a pencil and eraser for these. Sketch them out lightly. You can always do your ink on top afterwards. So, let's go. Center point to my page about here. We're going to start with the right eye over on this side. So, his tear duct, right, we'll put it there. Just this little curved sort of shape. And then his eye comes up and around this way, right? Right, and then bottom eyelid line comes down and into there. So you want to thicken it up. And we have a spike on the end. Maybe like another sort of spike here. And another one just sticking off the front, like so. And then his tear duct just in there, right? So very sort of angled eyes. Pupil, just in here again. Demon Slayer don't do perfect circles, so makes it easier for us. And then he's got all these bloodshot sort of veins in his eyes and things. Just these letter Y's. Like so. So he's real stressed out, right? So you add these lines that are around his eye, all stress lines. And like eyelid lines and stuff just around the eye like that. He's an intense looking guy. Right? And then his eyebrow is like here, and it's real small and like angles up this way. Right? And I think it's just black, so I'll just color it black. Right, so his, let's say we have another line there actually, and another frown line. Just going that way. Right, and his other eye is kind of smaller, right? It's just across like so. Tear duct right there, they're pretty close together. The eyes are bigger in Demon Slayer, but this eye is kind of narrower. They drew it sort of that he's like got this crazy look, right? So it doesn't curve as much, and then it goes down back into the tear duct there. So you just thicken it up a bit, add a spike on the end, spike off there, tear duct, and then iris. Again, sort of drawn with angles. And then this letter Y for the veins inside the eyes. Like so. And then we got like eyelid lines and stuff. So stress lines as well. Lots of these sort of stress lines around his eye. And then his eyebrow again, this sort of angled, just black spike. Nearly like a Nike tick, just with more sharp points on it. Right, and then again, he does have another sort of frown line here. And some frown lines here. Remember, if I go too fast, just hit pause. Okay, for his nose, we can just see a nostril there, and then some hatching on the bridge of the nose. So just some like lines that get a little bit smaller as it goes down. Gives the illusion of shadow. That's what they do. And his mouth, so his mouth's big, right? So it goes, curves up, and it's like a turtle mouth. Comes down the front, down, back up like that. So it looks like it's closed, right? But he has these sort of dimples, these round circles on the end. And you notice you're just like underneath his pupil there. And then this comes down to open it up, back up to there. And he has like sharp, like demon teeth. Wonder why. And then this goes across to here. And then we got the Demon Slayer triangle shadow. And then his chin. So just a curved line for his chin. Just there. So you notice like the eyes are real big and this is real small. That's because his head is like tilted forward, right? So when an object is in space and it tilts towards you, you know, the thing that's closer to you looks bigger, right? But like roughly, I would say, if you wanted to know proportions of things, pupil to the nostrils is about the same as nostrils to the chin. So that's about halfway between here and here. And then nostrils to say, like his bottom lip roughly, or bottom teeth, is the same as bottom lip line to the chin. So that's about halfway between here and here. That's your rough proportion, right? So then you can get his face, side of his face, his jaw. And he's got this kind of gradual curve that goes up, right? Right, so you got this V at first, but then it starts to curve up beside his eyes. And it goes kind of all the way up nearly to the top of his ears. And to like the shaved portion of his head as well. Okay, but we got his hairline here, and it's just this sort of zigzag kind of thing. Right, so he's got these just kind of spikes and zigzags, kind of like lightning just coming around the top of his head there. And then we got all these extra little details inside here, so like his temples or like stress lines just on his head there. And then some veins. And his face is all bloody, but it's not drawn in with ink. You know, it's not drawn in with a line. There's all just blood coming down his face. And you can draw that in if you want. I might just do a color. Right, so then he's got a scar coming across his face. And his nose. And it's real jaggedy. And it's always drawn different. Right, you look at different pictures of this guy and it's like, it's never the same. So don't worry too much if you don't do it exactly like mine. You just want to get this like spiky thing that just comes across his face. Curve over the nose is the main thing. So then we can just see his ears here. Big ears. Cheers, big ears. Effects. Right? And then we can see some lines on the inside. So the easiest sort of way, right? Demon Slayer does it a little bit different, but the easiest way is this kind of letter J sort of thing. See that? So you just go up and then down like that, right? So it's a good way to start your ears, and then you can add like some more stuff inside. And some more details if you want. Every anime draws ears differently, which I find really interesting. So then top of his head, it'll go off the top of my page, right? So it'll just go like off that way. It's just shaved and round. I'm drawn directly from a screen grab of the anime, so it's not like a character model sheet or anything. So can't really see anything else. And then he's got like this spiky thing of hair. I'll crisscross these. I'll erase that, but just to get everything in the right place. And then he's got like, you know, long hair here in the middle, going all off that way. So he's got some long hair spikes that come down the back of his head as well. So this kind of stuff, right? And this goes behind his shoulder, so I'll just stop it there. And then we can see a little bit more on this side. right? And he's hunched over, right? And he's like leaning forward with his sword and his gun. So we can just see like shoulder lines and his like kimono coming down this way. So this is like his shoulder. There. And then this way. Kimono going down here. And we kind of see the gun and the sword then all in this space. But we do just some of his clothing in the middle here first. So gun and sword, and then this purple kimono just goes down that way. And I'm stopping it roughly here. So his collar there. And then we have some white lines coming around. This has like extra lines on the inside. And then a button. And this goes down like so. Some more faux lines there. Right. There's more stuff in there, but we got to get the weapons in first. So I guess the sword first, because it's like the biggest thing. Okay, so hand, shoulder. So let's see. So the hilt of his sword, we'll carve it here. Right, and that kind of spikes down up to there. And the other side of this in, out. And it's got like a rough edge to it. An edge line just makes metal objects look three-dimensional, like that. Okay, so then the actual sword goes out this way, right? So we've got the sort of hilt of it. It's got a brass end, right? So it's got like this end to it. Another little edge detail there, right? So then our sword gradually curves this way. So it comes out here. So you don't really need a ruler because it's like a curvy line. So you could use a ruler if you want, of course. And so it cuts right across. That way. Always difficult drawing objects like swords, and then we go that way as well. Right, and then the rest of his clothing comes down there, and the bottom of the sword around underneath, and we've got like these gaps in the hilt, so like some like gaps that you can like see through, you know, gaps in the metal. Another one here. Right, so his hand is holding it, so we can just see some knuckles. 1, 2, 3, 4 knuckles. They're kind of like hills or mountains coming across. And then his little finger comes down, and then we can see the knuckles change direction here. 1, 2, 3, and the fourth just there. And then they'll have some extra sort of knuckle lines on them and stuff. Like that. And then the back of his hand will be here, and the handle of the sword goes that way with a diamond in there, and the rest of the handle goes that way. And then we like need to join this up to his arm. I think there's more handle here as well. So we need to put folds, right? So it's all foreshortened. So it's just like these bumping lines. Foreshortened means like when something is like really close to you, it looks like much bigger than everything else. That's why the sword looks like really massive, just coming across here. Okay, so a few more clothing lines. His new clothing line. Going this way, and then button going that way. In there. Gun. Okay, so if you have something that's like circular, that's the right size to draw the barrels of his gun, use them. There's nothing wrong with it. I just don't have any. I keep saying I'm going to get a stencil or something, but I never do. So here, top of the circle, there, right bottom of the circle, there, other side, right? And like you roughly, for a circle, the circumference is the same. So like if you're trying to measure things, you know, you want it that 23.5, and then that. Yeah, you want them roughly to be the same distance, right? And then it's the same distance the whole way around. Drawing perfect circles is difficult. So don't worry if you don't get it right the first time. Okay, and then, so I'll just like tidy this up a little bit. And then there's another barrel that like touches this one. So that's the edge of that one. Roughly about there, and then line it up with the other side. You're just doing a carbon copy of the other side. Okay. And then we attempt to circularize this. Okay, and then because it's a gun and a barrel, it's got like a black hole inside. So you just gotta go trace around again, right? So go around your edge, trying to keep it the same width, basically. And then there will just be black. Okay, and then we have the top metal parts there, and there's like a bottom curved line here and a wooden edge there and there. And then we got some more sort of lines here. Some more stuff down here, and then again like a shoulder that's got all these just fold lines that are foreshortened, just gone off underneath here. Like that. Okay, Genya from Demon Slayer Season 3. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.